Welcome to the Great Girlfriend Conference. This is Jill and Kyle of Lucy.
Well, we're not exactly at the conference, but welcome to the Great Girlfriends podcast, where we discuss life, love, laughter, and everything in between. We're your hosts. I'm Sybil Amuti.
And I'm Brandis Daniel.
And we have a mini great girlfriend in the building. Make some noise for Miss Dylan Calamuti.
Yay, Miss Dylan!
So she's our little recording guest for today. She was determined, actually, because she almost got put out, and then she told Daddy, I'm podcasting with the girlfriends.
Right.
It means, like, I belong there. You're not going to just put me out.
Exactly.
You know? What's up, girlfriends?
What's going on, Sybil?
I have my own bracelet.
She has her own bracelet, which technically is not her own. Actually,
Right.
It's my bracelet.
Dylan shopping.
But that's what girlfriends do, right? They take your stuff and they like flaunt it like it's their own in true girlfriend form.
Ooh,
She's out here rocking.
I got, what is it? I'm guilty.
Guilty. Being pictures and stuff.
I'm fully guilty.
Yes, I mean, honestly, I grew up with, I'm the youngest of three sisters total. I'm the youngest of three. So I'm good for taking my sister's dresses and just like disappearing. I go to a different state. You gotta locate me.
Oh, I know. I had my friend Kim's bracelet and ring, and I was like, you don't want this back, right?
You do that. That's your thing. You
It's
be
so
like,
cute on me.
you get to let me have this.
It's so cute.
But you tried to repossess that lipstick that you gave me.
It was so cute. It's okay. You can have it.
Which I don't know, girlfriends. Let us know if you can repo after you get it. Can you repossess from a friend? That's a whole episode.
Oh, you cannot repossess. No.
Meanwhile, I'm on your Instagram because y'all know I love to stalk Lisa Brandis, and she is posted up with one of the most dapper gentlemen on the planet. Spencer Means. Where were you, girl?
Girl, so I'm in the city, and the last episode you talked about me and my femininity and being, me and my lip and how I love my lip.
Yes.
So I'm out in the city. I had to go through a walkthrough for one of our events for Fashion Week.
Uh-huh.
And walking down the sidewalk, because in New York City, you would run into somebody in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And somebody calls my name, and it's Spencer Means. And I just had the best conversation with him. He's so amazing. And look, so I might not should say this on the podcast, but he goes, so are you inviting Pauletta to the fashion show? I said, Pauletta who? Pauletta Washington. I said, I don't know Denzel's wife. I thought you knew her. You met her, right? I'm like, Spencer, that is Spencer all day, every day.
He's so fabulous.
He's so fabulous.
So Spencer, listen, if you can make that call to Pauletta to get her to the fashion show, she is welcome. She can sit next to me and Dylan.
Exactly.
Yes, we make her quite comfortable.
But I was like, the one day I don't have on my lipstick, I run into Mr. Fabulous.
Well, you still looked amazing, and I love the picture in black and white. I thought that was great.
Oh, well, thank you. No, I was looking at your Instagram and cracking up because Kwaku is breaking it all the way down. I have never seen Kwaku dance.
Listen, if we ever go to an island, a wedding, anything together, Kwaku gets low. When I say low, people be looking like, is he going to be okay? I mean, because that man can move. He can move. He's so light on his feet. It's actually hilarious because other people are so shocked. And this is who I live with. This man is like always dancing everywhere. And just to celebrate really quickly, I want to shout out Anthony and Kathy Omalewa, who just got married yesterday at a beautiful ceremony in Baltimore. I mean, it was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, just stunning. The details on the reception were phenomenal. But it was sort of a reunion for Kwaku and a lot of his friends from college. So I think he forgot that we're in our 30s and that we're not 19 or 20 anymore.
Right.
Girl, because I mean, I'm telling you, it's like he almost threw his back out.
That is hilarious. Hilarious. It looked like it was so much fun, though.
It was fun. So, girlfriends, if you want to keep up with Brandis, she's on Instagram. Her IG is at Brandis Daniel.
And Sybil's is Sybil underscore Amuti. That's AMUTI. And of course, you can always keep up with the great girlfriends from all over the world who are doing really, really dope things at The Great Girlfriends.
Yes. Y'all connect. Let's stay connected because I have, so much fun going through all of your Instagrams. And when people tag us and I get to see like what the girlfriends are up to over the weekend, I mean, girlfriends are creative.
They are.
Taking all kind of classes and doing all kind of like outings and art and sculpting and wine adventures and just all kind of cool things. So I'm enjoying being social with everyone.
I love it. So if you guys want us to feature you and your girlfriends, just make sure you tag us at The Great Girlfriends.
Tag us. And don't forget, you know what? Our social media manager would choke us up for this, but Twitter. Our Twitter is so much fun. I love it. I follow us on Twitter, not because I'm one of the great girlfriends, but because I do love the little reminders that come throughout the day that are quotes from the different episodes.
Yes.
And I love the inspiration behind it. So I'm going to suggest that all of you follow us on Twitter. We're at _GFS, and that's all I got to say about that one.
And then, guys, we've got something so cool coming up. Sybil just actually got off an amazing call with Michelle Hargrove and Restoration Weekend.
Fire, y'all, fire. Just got me like set on fire. So we're 1 month away from traveling out to the British Virgin Islands to participate in the 9th annual Restoration Weekend. Very exciting because Brandis and I got asked to come out and speak, and we'll be talking about friendship, of course, and some of the ways that you empower or activate your friendships at a different level. But I'm so excited because Michelle had a power call with us, and she really got us ignited around what to expect from the weekend. And I'm telling you, it's not too late to be a part of it. I know we're only 30 days out. And some of you are thinking, I used all my vacation. Listen, toss in a sick day or two. Don't you need a mental health day? Get a couple mental health days in September 29th through October 3rd. And the flights are still really reasonable right now. So there's a chance for you to log on to restorationwknd.com and let them know that the Great Girlfriends sent you over. And meet us there. I want to throw up some sand with y'all. I want to go on an excursion or two with the girlfriends. I want to be in some of the weekend pictures,
I can't wait.
I'm excited.
So what are we talking about today, Sybil?
Girl, pen and paper, girlfriends. Pen and paper. I like to tell y'all to get your pen and paper together.
Always asking people to get their pen and paper.
Pen and paper. I come from a mama who jots everything down. I don't know. Does your mama jot?
Girl, on everything.
On your stuff, right?
On everything, on envelopes, whatever she could get her hand on. So, and then she would come back looking, did you see that phone number I wrote down? It was on an envelope sitting right here on the counter. And I'm like, really?
Yes, nothing is safe. I come from a family of jotters. So, and then you saw when Minthia had that meeting with us, my sister, she had a meeting with us. She had one piece of paper and she had all of our project management going in like a circle on that paper. Did you see?
She did.
So, but get your pen and paper out because we're going to talk about the female tribe today and the 3 P's of friendship. And we've talked about friendship from the territorial side, about breaking territorial friendships. But we haven't really gotten deep into the power behind friendship. What does it take to get your friendship to the next level? How do you ignite your friendship? What type of friendship should you have?
Right.
What type of friendships should you be eliminating and which ones should you be growing out more? What is friendship called to do for you? Those things. So that's why you need pen and paper because it's time for us. I mean, I don't know if you guys are thinking on this level, but 2017 is only 3 months away.
Is it 3 months away?
Yes, because September is on Thursday.
Oh my God.
So technically we're 3 months away from 2017. So anything that we want to see executed in January, we should be talking about that now.
Right.
How do you plan for January in January? You don't.
Right.
You don't do that. You have to plan ahead of time. So, but in saying it to say, part of that elevation and the expectation and the igniting that we want to have in our lives comes from the proximity of the people that are around us.
It's so true.
And we have had the chance over the course of the last year to connect with over 45,000 downloaders from over 60 countries, 12,500 people in our Facebook group. When I tell you we get messages around women who are struggling with friendship,
Yes,
girlfriends,
we do.
and maybe some of you have your corner on lock and you feel really good about that, but there are a lot of women out there that still haven't cracked the code on how to have lasting and powerful friendships.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that really kind of impacts your quality of life.
Girl, say that. Your pockets for sure, right?
Your pockets, your quality of life, your outlook on different things, your ability your ability to take chances, your self-esteem. It really dictates so many things about our lives.
Yeah, your relationship with God, your relationship with men, whether or not you believe that you can date, and your optimism, all of that. And I know that a lot of our girlfriends are tired, and I actually hurt for them because, when we get these messages, Brandis, it really it burns my heart to think that so many people are living on the backside of their lives. They're not living out front. They're not seeing and experiencing what they really deserve. They're just tucked in a corner, hanging around with remnants. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Leftovers.
Oh, Sybil, the
But isn't it true? We have like residue. It could be high school residue. It could be boyfriend, whatever that residue is. But particularly in the friendship circle, so many times as women, we think that longevity equals friendship.
That's so true.
And we're so loyal as beings. God bless us for that loyalty. Sometimes we're loyal to the wrong people.
Yep.
And the wrong attributes. And we think that longevity equals friendship. And that's one of the things that sets us back as friends.
No, absolutely. And I mean, some of us, if you're blessed to have that, that's absolutely amazing. But I do think that there has to be some qualifiers, because sometimes you kind of outgrow people and you outgrow situations, but you're trying to stay there for the wrong reasons.
That's right. And then, there's that hero syndrome. It's another challenge that we have when it comes to friendship, is being the hero, being the one in the group who got everything together. So we're the one who everyone always calls on, and it makes us feel real good to be the one who's the one who's got their degrees locked down, can go vacation, can shop, can ball, and all the other friends are looking up to us and putting us on this pedestal and making us feel like the hero. So, many of us will set ourselves up as the queen of the group. Everyone else just has to fall in line, and bow down to this queen who runs the friendship circle.
Right.
And Brandis, you're shaking your head, but it's so sad, but it's something that is real that we see, and it's evident, because a lot of girlfriends will always say, well, let me run my decision by this friend first, because she's the one that I go to, almost like she's your conscience, or she's she has a better pulse on who you are than you do. Right.
Absolutely. And it works both ways, right? So the people around you can be the ones who can pull you down, or the people around you can be the ones to really push you forward.
Absolutely.
And Sybil and I were speaking earlier just about, some of the women who are interested in entrepreneurship, and how when you're in that space, it's so important to have the right corner. Like, you gotta have that corner that when you want to jump out the ring and you're like bloody and you're tired and you've got black eyes and the other opponent looks like they're winning, you need a corner that will push you back in the ring.
That's right. You need that, because if you don't have that, you'll stay out.
Absolutely.
You'll quit, because that's just what the nature will tell us to do, to just let it go and move on and move forward. I want us to, excuse me for that cough, I want us to tell them what friendship should not be. And I'll start. Friendship should not come with terms and conditions that make you feel like you're always working for the friendship. It shouldn't be a thing where, all your friends are requiring of you to be a certain place or do a certain thing, and when you don't show up, you're not a good friend. You're not there for me because when I had that sneeze, you didn't bring me tissue. You're not a good friend, if you don't meet my terms all the time.
Right.
You're gonna have disappointments, and it shouldn't be a thing where you always feel like you have to prove yourself to your friends.
Absolutely.
Should never be that.
And I would say friendships should not be a place where you feel like you can't be fully yourself. Like
Yes,
when you
girl.
feel like if you have to feel like you have to dim your light in order to fit in with your friends, that is the wrong circle. If you gotta, if you can't be as smart as you actually are, if you can't be as beautiful as you actually are, if you can't be as, just amazing as you actually are, then that's the wrong friend circle.
Absolutely. And then in a friendship, you shouldn't feel unwelcome. You shouldn't feel like you're imposing every time you call, or you shouldn't notice that your friends are always out and you just never get invited. You
Right.
shouldn't feel like you're on the outside. You shouldn't feel like you don't know when the group outings are. You shouldn't feel like you have to always ask what's going on and can you come over. Like, you shouldn't feel, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't feel unwelcome. You should feel like you're included. You should feel like you matter. Right. And that your presence matters, because your friends should want to include you in their life. That doesn't mean that every picture you're going to be in it, right? And like, you're not going to be on every vacation.
Right.
Because people deserve the right to have different friendships and different experiences. But you don't need to call people and wonder where they stand with your friendship every time you're on the phone. And like, I don't feel welcome, in this friendship because you just don't ever include me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I see grown people chasing after friends, and I'm like, man, I wish I could reach you and tell you that if you have to chase after it, it's not yours.
Right.
That's not it. That's not how, for me, friendship doesn't look like that.
I completely...
Go ahead, Brandis. I know you got, tip of your tongue.
No, and I said you shouldn't be in friendships where it's not pushing you to be your best. I think if you're in a friendship circle and everybody, girl, what you doing? I'm at home bored. Girl, what you doing? I'm at home bored. Girl, what you doing? Girl, I'm at home bored. If everybody is at home bored, that is just not the right situation. I love that I look at my friends and they give me something to aspire to. Yes. I'm like,
Let me ask you a question, Brandis. When was the last time you were bored?
I don't know.
I can't recall. I wish I had time to be bored with.
I have no idea.
I don't have it in me to be bored.
I have no idea. I honestly don't know. I can't
recall.
I can't recall.
But that's because your life is filled with so much purpose, to your point. Like, your friends will not call you bored. If you're down, you're resting, or you're sick.
Right.
It's not like...
I'm not bored.
You're not bored.
Mm-mm.
That is so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's true. Your friends shouldn't be bored. I mean, shame on them for wasting time being bored.
Right.
Shame. Let me get some of the time off of your clock so I can do some other stuff.
And it's so funny because when I have talked to people and they're like, girl, what you got going on? Nothing. I'm just kind of bored. I'm like, so do you need some things to do? I always ask that question.
I got stuff for you.
Because I got stuff for you.
Yes. I love that. I also think that friendship shouldn't be judgmental. So many times women feel so critical of themselves because they hang around critical women. And it's one thing for us to want to grow each other and to support each other and going to the next level. It's another thing for me to down you and make you feel low for things that you're already working on. I don't need to put you deeper in the pit. You're already in the pit on this. If you're overweight, I don't need to attack you on your weight. I know that's something you want to work decision to judge you, and I don't need to mock you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And same thing. If you are behind in your job and you have things you want to go after, I don't need to make you feel low to help you grow. I need to be able to support you and empower you, but I don't need to judge you. And I also don't need to make a mockery of you and where you are and saying, well, because you're this, your consequences are this. You don't get to tell me what my end is going to be.
Right.
You know, your judgment doesn't belong in my house. God judges me. I don't need you judging me. And so it's important for us as friends to know, like, if you're in a friendship where you're feeling judged and you're feeling like, you're being mocked, even if it's not in your face, it could be behind your back. You have these instincts that tell you, that something's not right about this friendship. And you may not ever get to the surface of it, but sometimes it's mockery that's taking place behind your back.
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. So those are just a few things that friendship should. Go ahead.
You're breaking up. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So those are just a few things that friendship should not be. And I want you guys, excuse me. So those are just a few things that friendship, should not be. And girlfriends, please make the assessments. Do your friend check. You need to look at who's in your corner. You need to know who you share proximity with. And you need to be able to assess and inspect the relationship and what value it brings to your life.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to say in a bold declaration, you need to drop them bored friends.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Nobody needs to be bored with this life that we've been gifted.
I know, because there's so much to do. So much to do.
Even if you just, change the word to resting. Change the word to relaxing. But to be bored, you just really kind of stimulated me on that one, Brandis, because I really don't like the idea of people wasting their time with boredom.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. So I think we should just talk about.
So now.
Go ahead.
No, you're in.
No. So now, let's think about talk about some of the things that, and some of the ways that, well, the first P. Oh, Sybil, I'm sorry. You have to edit all this out.
I thought you were editing.
No, I edited it last week.
I thought you wanted to edit for a while because you said it was actually good for you and you wanted me to do the newsletter.
Nope.
Negroes.
So it's
Go.
minute 21 through 22.
Go.
So, and so we get into our very first P. So the first P is going to be peer pressure and how that can be used for our benefit and our detriment. But I really just want to focus on how peer pressure can be used for our benefit first.
That's right. Peer pressure is always, well, not always, typically used in a negative context. And people actually think that peer pressure stops at a certain age. And they say, that's for teenagers or, kids have peer pressure. Women, girlfriends, we have peer pressure just as much as the next person. But there are ways that we can take that pressure. When you have proximity with the right women, your pressure is positive pressure.
Yes.
And it moves you into action and it gets you fired up and it empowers you and you feel propelled and you actually feel like you're invincible, like you can do anything because you're anchored by women who are pressuring you to say, go for it. So it's like silently in your head when no one else is around. You know what I hear playing in my head?
What?
Go Sybil, go Sybil, go Sybil, go Sybil. I hear this like this chant, and it's all my girlfriends pressuring me and pushing me and telling me when I'm out of sorts and letting me know when I've gotten too comfortable or too complacent and challenging me.
What's your best peer pressure story?
Ooh, it would probably honestly come from my husband.
Yes.
Yeah. And I've told this one before, but it was when it was time for me to make a transition from my last company and back into entrepreneurship. And we were on a vacation in a remote place in the South Pacific. And he was just telling me, he was asking me rather, are you going to leave your legacy on the line? And I'm like, man.
Wow.
Way to smack your wife.
Right. Right.
But seriously, when I told that to a few friends, they were like, and so Sib, are you? And I'm like, dang, y'all were all thinking this? Like, everyone was basically saying the same thing. They're like, so he's right. You're right. This is the same thing that we've been saying in different ways. Like you're beyond expiration date on certain things. You've got to move. So that for me was my greatest. And then I've had times, for example, when the friendship that was severed last year broke, and I told a friend, i.e. her name is Brandis Daniel, excuse me, she was like, wow, that you said something like she was never really like friendly in the first place. And I just didn't even see it. Excuse me. And for me, having friends that are cordial and loving and warm and open hearted is very important because I want people around me that I can mirror and match. When you said that to me, I was like, wow, I may have subliminally, started to mirror her in certain ways. So there are certain behaviors that I may have been mirroring, that I may have been not even pressured into, but subconsciously attaching myself to as a result of being in such close proximity. And then other friends started to share an attribute or two. They were like, well, she was this or that or that. And I didn't tell you this, and I'm like, man. So there were places where I may have captured some of her and she some of me. But, if iron sharpens iron, as sure as iron, what's the opposite of iron sharpening iron?
Right.
I'm dimming my light in exchange for another person who's dimming their light. So that peer pressure was so important for me because I needed to be able to have clarity. And great peer pressure will give you clarity in circumstances where you might have foggy vision because you're so deep in. It takes people who know you and love you and want to challenge you and see you grow to kick you in a way that will move you.
Absolutely.
So... yeah, that's mine. What about yours?
I mean, I think now I'm dealing with stuff now.
Okay.
In this moment.
Uh-huh.
And that's really, really tough, like from an entrepreneurial perspective. And I just look at my corner and I'm like, I have got like the dopest corner ever.
Yeah.
Because with everything I'm going through, tonight, Rich just kind of took care of my whole evening for me.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, put Sky in the bath, put her to sleep. Babe, what are you going to eat for dinner? Dinner was at the door. I just went and got it. And, just kind of having that type of support system, having, Crochet in my corner who's like, just don't wait on whatever it is you want. Start praising him now.
Yeah.
Like, act like it's already done because when you start praising him now, he loves that.
Yeah.
And, I called you the other day and you were just like, it's okay. It was about a closed door. And you're like, it's all right. It's okay. So how are we going to handle this? It's so, so for me, that has just been, and I think sometimes when people don't have that, it's a lot harder to step out on faith. It's a lot harder to do things that require risk.
Absolutely.
When you don't have people in your corner who are constantly pushing you. I had a text from my girlfriend Leslie the other day who was just like, hey, just checking in on you. I know it's New York Fashion Week time. I haven't heard from you. I just want to know you're okay. And then they showed up at the house on Saturday. So it's like, just having a corner that is going to push you back in the ring when you want to sometimes give up, or maybe it's not even that you want to give up, but that they see that you're tired and you're in the ring and you're fighting. So they're providing you with a little bit of water here, wiping your head off there, sneaking you a Skittle, like whatever. And like all that matters. Like it matters so much. I don't think I would be able to live the life that I live without the peer pressure that I have.
You're absolutely right. I'm going to challenge all of you great girlfriends listening. I mean, it doesn't matter what country, what space, what race, what age group. It's all the same. When you have positive peer pressure, you're able to just climb mountains. You're able to leap out of valleys. You're able to open your eyes. You have clarity. You have a support system. You feel that value. You have a better handle on who you are. You don't need permission slips because, sometimes you call, let me ask this girlfriend. Let me run it by this girlfriend. And if 3 out of 5 say yes, then it means we're going to make this decision. No, when you have positive peer pressure, you feel influenced and encouraged to have your own, own voice, your own space.
And what's funny about that, Sybil, is if I call my great girlfriends and was like, should I do this? Y'all are going to be like, I mean, what you feel like you're supposed to do. Like, y'all not even going to give me an answer. Oh. Like, most of my great girlfriends are going to be like, so, like, what do you think you should be doing?
Yes. What do you think? Because what you think matters.
Right.
Yeah. And that's it. So, girlfriends, take a moment, while you're driving, whatever. You can press pause. Don't stop the record. Don't stop. Like, come back. Well, press pause for a second. And, I would even sit down and sometimes I like to just, reflect on the people in my life and assess. And I'll take a look at, who gives me the most, proximity power. Who are the people that really press me forward? Who are the people that I can line them up? I can put them all in a room together and they can press each other forward. That means so much to me when I can just put like all the girlfriends from different circles, different age ranges, spaces in life can come together, do their own, create their own relationships and create their own pressures and see them build. And that's valuable. That's how you know you got a group that's really rock solid, right?
Absolutely. And you know what else I was thinking, Sybil, about calling and asking great girlfriends, like asking your girlfriends for an opinion. If a girlfriend is too opinionated on your life, that's not a good sign. Because at the end of the day, Sib, I just want what's best for you. Absolutely. So when you call me, if you were to call me and say, Brandis, what you think about this? Sometimes you get upset that I'm not more opinionated.
Absolutely. Girlfriends, I'm like, no, I need more. Nope, that's not enough. I need some. Nope.
Someone wants me to give her.
Nope, give me something more concrete than that. She'll give me a list. Just let it go. I mean, you just gotta let it go. Y'all know Liz. Liz is the group counselor. She can ready to get me, and I'm like, nope. I need something more specific and clear. Nope. Now let's off lighthearted, feathery nonsense.
Did you just say lighthearted, feathery nonsense?
Nonsense, I tell you. I want something I can move on.
Oh, Lord.
Because, by the time I called, I'm stumped. Because I normally won't call. I'm be like, no, I need to call somebody on this one. And then I have people I don't want to call. Like, I call Brandis when I'm in that middle because Brandis going to give me some kind of boost. She's going to force me back to myself. My friend, Crystal, when I call Crystal, she's going to give me 10 action items that are going to, get me out of this rut, make me never want to call her back because she's going to challenge me so hardcore. She is like my secret coach, and I love you, Crystal, but she knows this. Right. She is my accountability on that. Crystal is like, no, this is what you need to do. You know yourself, or if you don't know this about you, here it is. And I'm like, man, Crystal got me. But that pressure is good for me. Like, she just texted me a second ago, topic for you guys. I mean, she's always on me about things, and I love that. I know she's never going to pressure me to do something that does not align with God's vision for my life. Yes. Always going to keep me pressing forward. That's the right pressure, y'all. It's got to be God pressure. These people have to know and understand who you are in God and where God is taking you. Because I have some friends, they still out kicking it. They don't call me for that. They know better. They know I have a good marriage. They don't want to come between me and my husband. They call me. They call me for other stuff because they're in line with the vision. You know what I mean? Right. And I respect them just the same. And I mean, that's the importance of knowing how to position people and the type of pressure. The second thing is purpose. Peer purpose. Yes. The second thing of friendship, y'all. Peer purpose. What is the purpose of the relationships that you have with your great girlfriends? Yes. How are they influencing or impacting global change? It's not enough for us to eat chicken together and go to the movies on the weekend when there's hungry kids right around the corner. You know what I mean? Or when we have women who need mentorship, or we have elderly people who could use some support in nursing homes, or, we could be creating wealth for our communities. We could be investing in real estate. What's the purpose? You need to make sure that you have purpose behind your friendships, that if it's for you guys to empower each other, that's amazing. My purpose as a friend, I'm there to kickstart my friends. I'm going to ignite them. So I'm known, as bubbly as I'm not really this bubbly. You know that, Brandis. But
you pretend like you're not bubbly.
I know what people need. So I want to give you what you need. You don't need me coming in the room being like, what up? What up? I mean, I have 2 kids. Clearly I'm tired 95% of the time. But no one needs that. I want to give you the best of me. So I got to come real, real hard to give you the best of me as much as I can. As much as I can, because I want our purpose to shine. And I mean, a good example of peer purpose, Brandis and I have been friends now for almost 8 years.
Almost, yep. Something
Almost
like
8 years. We had an anniversary. She missed it, but anyway.
whatever.
8 years. And in our 8 years as friends, we met total strangers. Yes, we're from the same city, but we were complete strangers. We met under the demise of another friend's purpose.
Yep.
Sid was having a purposeful event. The King's Daughters is her nonprofit, and we were there in support of the King's Daughters. Over time, Brandis and I built more proximity. She kept talking about HFR, the things she was doing, and this movement that she was creating. I know branding, so how can I help with HFR? What do you need for HFR? She would tell me things she needed. Okay, well, let's call on these friends. We try to call every friend in the Rolodex, hair person, photographer. We called everybody, every resource. All of our friends who were walking in their purpose came together and aligned with your purpose. Yep. Right? Absolutely. We got Rod, we got Keith, we got Carl. We had all these different people that came and pulled purpose together. All of our purposes were working together to push a greater purpose. How much value is it? And I'm not talking about poop butts. I'm talking about people. The best of the best. The best of the best. But everyone was moving in purpose. And there wasn't any selfishness that said, well, I can't support you because I got my own thing going on. Everyone had a heart that said, I want to contribute. Yep. And I grow when I contribute towards your purpose. And we grow in purpose when we all collectively collaborate and build value together. Absolutely. Now we can all sit like proud aunties and uncles when we see HFR soaring because we remember the early days, and we can all, and even your friends, Rashida and Alyssa and Leslie and Cindy, and I can go on and on about friends that were in the background for you. And in the background for me, as my husband and I build business and we needed things done, and we would call on friends for purpose. Yep. So my point behind that is it's not enough for us to just, and Brandis, we probably, every meeting we've ever had together that we ate, we talked about the next level, and we did. We might just eat and be like, girl, we gotta hurry and get off this level to the next level. Never just like, we never had just idle, even when we went on a trip to Miami together for Kristen's wedding and we hung out, and we just reflected on God. It was always so much purpose. Yep. It's so funny. The picture of you and I at Kristen's wedding. There's a picture of Sybil and I at Kristen Pope's wedding, and we're having a conversation. And I just look like, yes, in the picture. And you've got this face, and it's so funny because I'm like, oh, Lord, what in the world are we talking about? We had a podcast before we ever recorded. Exactly. All at the wedding reception, which was off the chain, but we in the corner over there just going in, and somebody caught it on camera. But that's just always how it's been. And for somebody else, they might say, that's too deep. No, that's purpose. So I'm going to challenge all of you to take a minute, press pause, and just tap into this purpose part. What is your purpose? Do your friends even know your purpose? And can they participate? Can we all work together to move something forward, something bigger than ourselves, something bigger than just our jobs, and something bigger than just our leisure activity? What global change are we going to make in our friend group? And I will even point to my relationship with Covenant House. I am always grabbing somebody to come with me to Covenant House to mentor kids. Yes. I'm starting to think people don't want to eat lunch with me because they know they're going to end up at Covenant House for an hour. Because I'm going to pull you in because it matters to me that we all give back. That's part of my value system. That's part of what makes me thrive. And I like for my friends to know that. So, your friends have to know that, and your friend group has to have some type of purpose behind it. Absolutely. And Brandis, you take number 3.
The next one is pure power. Because there's a whole lot of power, girl, when, like you said, when I bring what I'm best at and you bring what you're best at and he brings what he's best at and they bring what they're best at and we all kind of trade these things that we're amazing at.
Yes. And that's what we do when we work towards our legacy. Because this time that we spend with people that we love and that we care about should have meaning that grows us, that's going to push us forward, that's going to allow us to build our legacy. So it should have attributes that allow influence. People should be able to look at your friend group and go, man, y'all are doing it. when you assess your friend group, it's not enough if you're the only one that is making moves and feeling fulfilled in life. It's not enough. It's a powerful friend group when all of you can come together and say, look at how we're growing. Look at how well we're doing. We're not going to leave one behind, or I'm not going to be the one that's left behind. I'm going to learn. I'm going to grow. I'm going to be challenged. I'm going to be ignited. I'm going to be uncomfortable sometimes. I'm going to have to miss some of the other outings in exchange for a class where I'm learning about real estate because I want to be an investor and I want my friends to invest with me, or whatever it is. That power part, that's where we start talking about money that's moving in the economic system, that's helping to change the landscape and the narrative for our families, right?
And things that we're able to create. You know what I thought about? The Great Girlfriends Conference. Because that conference was just us really bringing together your power, my power, her power, and pulling all of that together to create something that was absolutely amazing, and using our relationships and our resources and our friendships,
Yes.
all of that, pulling all of that together. If you look at the conference, it was a collection of all of that.
It sure was. And people say, oh my gosh, everyone that came, it felt so authentic. It felt so loving. It felt so transparent. I mean, some of the top VPs in major industries are saying, I felt comfortable. And that's because that's the type of, that's our archetype. So that's what the Great Girlfriends Conference will be about. And that's the power of what we are able to do. Other people have power that allows them to yield something different. But for us, that's been our power. And that's something authentic about who we are that we won't change. And, it's important for every Great Girlfriend group. You guys locate what your power is. Some of our top, we got some VPs listening that are making so much money, it would give other girlfriends chills in their bones to think we got the amount of money in your group. Well, what about that money? How are you helping to transform a community? How are you giving back? What charities are you supporting? How are you moving the needle on human trafficking, on homelessness? Setting up a scholarship fund at your old university, at your alma mater. What is it that you're doing? What type of legacy movements are you making? Like, what kind of power do you have?
Absolutely.
Not just the power to go shop. That ain't power, y'all. That ain't it.
That's not power.
It's not enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. We all love a luxe shopping spree. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's not enough to build a legacy on.
Absolutely not.
I love this. Before I know we're about to close, I love this. This quote I saw on Instagram. Be a woman other women can trust. Have the courage to tell other women directly when she's offended, hurt, or disappointed you. Successful women have a loyal tribe of loyal and honest women behind them. Not haters, not backstabbers, or women who whisper behind their back. Be a woman who lifts other women.
I love that.
If you can be a woman who lifts other women, you will always have positive peer pressure.
You will always.
Yeah.
And I hate to say this. And girlfriend, if this is you, just say ouch. But if you're a woman and you can't locate good friends, and you say, I just can't find good friends. Like, I hear who y'all talking about. I just don't know where those women are. Like, how can I meet those kind of women? You really have to take an honest look in the mirror.
Well, what if we hear this? It's hard in Atlanta. New York, like the women are better in New York than they are in Atlanta.
No, you got to take an honest look at yourself, and you got to say, what am I giving?
Exactly.
What am I giving?
Yep. Because what your authentic self is being translated in the energy that you put out there, and you're getting it back.
Yeah, you gotta look at this.
You gotta look at it.
You have to look at it. Or you have to look at it. You just have to look at it.
Yep, and be honest with yourself and give other people the opportunity to be honest with you as well. Right. Which is to say, am I this way sometimes? Or can I do this sometimes? Or, do I have any tendencies that I may not be aware of? And just be ready to take the lessons, learn from them, and change so you can get these 3 Ps on lockdown.
Absolutely. I love it.
So we got peer pressure, peer purpose, peer power. Those are the 3 Ps of friendship. Write them down. Tell your friends. It's time to shape up, get right, because 2017 is around the corner, and we don't want to be missing out on anything that belongs to us.
So look, Sib, I'm finna give the great girlfriends an idea, because we've had many people come to us with this idea. Why don't you get with your great girlfriends? You all get together, listen to the Great Girlfriends podcast as a group, as a collective. Wouldn't that be so awesome? And just discuss this, because it's not that we have all the answers, but there are things that come up in our conversation that are real and that you guys can discuss and talk through in a way that's really honest, because we're talking to you guys in a way that's really honest. And I think that there could be some powerful things that could happen from that. I mean, the same way people get together and do book clubs, they can do a podcast club.
Totally should be doing a podcast club. And I mean, we would be happy to Skype in. I'd love to call in.
I would love to call in.
I'd love to. Say when. Say when.
I know. Sybil didn't even know I was going to say that.
I didn't. That was one of her top. I'm telling you, she be dropping it, y'all.
Shut up.
Dopest MC. She's the dopest.
Oh.
All right. Well, we want to thank our husbands. My Get Low King, Kwaku Moody. Thank you.
I know, and thank you, Rich Boo. Please don't wake Sky up in the morning. Girl, him and Sky.
You didn't want it at 4:30. You didn't like that hour.
I didn't like that hour.
I don't blame you.
Babe, let's let Sky sleep tonight. She's going to be okay. We're going to pray over her, and she's going to be fine.
I love it. Well, that goes right into our kids and our families. Thank you, Dylan, for that intro. You so cute, girl.
I know. That was so sweet.
Yeah, my Sam has a football game tomorrow. Go Spartans.
Oh, wow. I cannot believe Sam is playing football.
That's right.
That's so funny. Well, Sky is now screaming. That's her newest trick. To the top of her lungs.
I love it.
Killing my eardrum. Killing.
That's so cute. I can't wait till she talks.
But this little bitty baby, and I'm telling you, that voice of hers, oh my God. Child.
I want to know everything she's thinking. I know she's got some really big thoughts going on.
Oh, she got some really big thoughts. Quick story. So we were leaving her granny's today. Her granny had invited a friend over that Sky would not deal with at all. And we're leaving, and I'm letting Sky give everybody a hug and kiss. And this lady was the last person on the kind of the line of the hugs and kiss. And Sky gave her a look, Sybil. It was the weirdest look. It was like this, like a fake smile. It was like... And the lady goes, "What was that?" I said, "I'm so sorry." I can't tell you. Oh, that little girl is the best.
Oh. And lastly, we want to thank our girlfriends. Thank you so much for trusting us as your go-to source for everything amazing. Thank you.
Yes.
We love you guys. We love you so much. Just so you know who you are, we are over 45,000 strong from over 60 countries.
Absolutely. And we can't wait to bring y'all back together again for our conference next year.
Right.
Oh, we can't wait.
That's what we're looking at. So I slipped that in there. So anybody want to put that on the calendar and start looking at flights? I'm just saying, go ahead.
Absolutely. So you can check us out on social, on our Instagram.
The Great Girlfriends.
Twitter.
_Great GFS.
Facebook.
The Great Girlfriends.
And you can go to our website as well.
thegreatgirlfriends.com.
Yes.
Make sure you post your questions online. You share with your friends. Keep listening and keep
being a great girlfriend.
I'm Sybil.
And I'm Brandis.
We are signing off. Peace.
Bye, guys. We love you.
Bye.